Okay, now we are taking a trip from the coffee shop back in time this morning to the 1980s. You know, Trapper Keepers, cassette tapes, break dancing. It was all the rage. Susan loves this so much.
I do. This was back in my day, and I was discussing with our guest here his as well. So an event this weekend going to bring some of those old tunes and dance moves back together. So we have Tom McKnight here. We are so excited you're here.
Hey, it's a treat.
Yeah.
It's a treat to be
And so
with you guys.
you've created a reunion of break dancers.
Yeah, no one had done one, and the reason I'm taking it back to 40 years is simply because we had a breakdance competition in '85 back at the Paramount Arts Center, and it was a big deal, but nobody remembers it. So it's just a thing where no one has talked about, let's get some of these, I call them old heads, back together. Now, are we going to be spinning on our backs and heads? Some of us, maybe not. But there's a new generation.
They have trouble getting back up, right?
Yeah, well, there's a new generation of kids, and there's a dance school up in Charleston that actually teaches breakdancing.
Oh, wow.
So he's bringing some of the kids down, and we're going to look and see. There's so many things they do now that we didn't even think of.
Right.
You know,
a little more
certain moves called
Yeah.
flares, and it's more gymnastic-like.
Yes.
And some of these kids are doing gymnastics, and then, it's easier to go into doing some of the dancing because it's kind of making a comeback. So this started as just a get-together, play some music, photo op, and then it just grabbed
grown.
feet and took off, and,
Yeah.
and people started messaging me, and then a star from the Breakin' movies in the 80s, and if you remember Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Michael Chambers, Boogaloo Shrimp reached out, spoke on our Facebook.
That's amazing.
And I thought it was fake until we FaceTimed, and he was like, what if I FaceTime that day and take a couple of questions from people? And I'm like, you're joking, right? You know, but there's so many people are coming out. You know, we've got a preacher, I don't want to give his name, but he's a former champion, and he's a reverend here in town, and he's like, I can still
I have to see
do
that.
stuff. So
we want to see some
something,
stuff.
because you said something interesting right before we came back from commercial, that your bones don't move, but you can make them
Well, the
look
funny
like
thing
they
is,
are.
breakdancing is an illusion.
Yes.
So, you know, this bone isn't going to, move like if you just took a piece of plastic and make it wave. But it's all about how you make it come from here down to here, or if I bring it up to my head, down, and pop, and then bring it back. Or you can go and when you drop like a robot, and then your head starts moving, and you start going up, and then change over, and see?
I love it.
She's going to come. She's going to perform this Saturday. Ashland.
Well, when you grew up as a teenager in the 80s, this was just part of some of the stuff. Even if you didn't do it like you, it just, a certain song would come on. I remember some of us doing these moves. Yeah.
You get into a circle, and it's like, uh-oh, something's going down.
Yeah.
So everybody stood there, and even if you didn't know how to do it, if you went out and just faked it,
a little bit,
and did a couple of somethings, people's like, oh, yeah. And then the next person to come out, and somebody really get down.
Yeah.
And then that's, I was 12 years old when I saw Michael Jackson at Motown 25.
Amazing.
Wow.
And that's what changed me. I was like, how did he move backwards while looking like he was going forwards?
Exactly.
And I swear I was in my kitchen for 2 hours that evening.
Practicing.
Yeah, and I was, you got to go to bed. School's tomorrow. You got to go to bed. And I'm in there like, how do you moonwalk? How do you, how do you glide? How do you, do that type of stuff? So, and I learned, and I was like, wow, this
Show
is
us a
great.
little glide.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, a little bit of, well, it's hard, too, with tennis shoes on
Oh, my
to move, and then a piece of a moonwalk is, is back. But it's, like I said, you got to have the certain kind of shoes on.
Yes.
Look at this.
It's hard, yeah.
Look at this.
Okay, Tom, tell us all the basic information for Saturday. If someone wants to come out and enjoy, where, when,
We
what do
are
they
at
need to
the
know?
Bandstand Gazebo.
Okay.
At Central Park down in Ashland. 2 p.m. We're inviting people to come out. It looks like it's going to be pretty weather-wise.
Good.
And we're going to be playing music, just having a good time. It's a free event. Like I said, we are still in talks with Michael about doing a FaceTime with us. We're going to have a TV set up.
That would be so cool.
That's going to be awesome for the people that know who he is. And, me and the wife. That's crazy right there.
I love it.
Cosplaying. But dress the part, have fun. We're going to have 4 hours of just remembering.
Who are we seeing in that picture there?
That's me with the Michael Jackson hair.
I love it.
Yeah. So I think I was 16 there. That was 86. That was your year.
Yeah, that's when I graduated.
But we're going to have, like I said, it's going to be fun. We have so many people that have reached out and like, hey, I can still do some stuff. I'm like, well, bring it, you know. And you're going to sign a waiver because we don't want you to hurt yourself. We don't want you to hurt yourself. You know, I was 15 in 85, so do the math. And, you know, I can do some stuff, but not, you know, can't spin around and do all the crazy stuff anymore. But
it's just going to be fun to come watch.
It's going to be
even
fun.
If you don't think you
we
can
invite
do
people to come and
anything.
just watch and hang out. Like I said, it's a total free event.
Are you hoping to do it every year, or is this what
That's
you
what
thinking?
Michael Chambers is saying, because he mentioned wanting to come in. He said, when I come in, and he's 57, he's like, I can still do everything I did in the movies.
Wow.
So with him, he was like, you know what? I could, if you did it next year, because he said, I hurt my back. And I said, oh, what, was you doing a move? He said, no, I bent down to pick up something. I said, that's what happens. That's where we're at. That's what happens.
Yes,
now. But no, it's going to be fun, and I welcome everybody to come out and enjoy the day. It's going to be loud music, old school breakdance music from the 80s. So
wonderful.
It's going to be a good time.
All right, let's finish out with a couple moves, because I remember at Milton High School out in the recess time, a lot of people would have the cardboard on the ground and the big boom boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so let's wrap it up with maybe some of your favorite moves. We don't have to get...
Oh, I don't, no.
because we wouldn't be able to get back
Of course,
up.
a windmill, there's backspins, there's swipes, there's...
What about just the arm moves? I like...
Well, you know, the crazy thing is mimes can do this, and, you know, you just... You know...
See? Yep.
that.
Yes, Tom, yes.
Okay, I don't know that I can do that one. I'm going to go back to the robot. I liked that one.
Tom, we're so glad you came in, and everyone can join you on Saturday.
Yeah, having a great time.
Thanks for being here, Tom.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
All right. Anytime.